Hello, my name is Laura, and this is my first video I'm putting up on YouTube. I live in Southern Ontario in Canada, and I am 39 years old. And I was a Jehovah's Witness for 18 years total, counting from when I was first contacted. I was first contacted at home in the door-to-door work. I studied the What Does God Require of Us brochure, and then the knowledge book. I studied about 2.5 years total, as I'm not the type to rush into things like that, or at least I like to say. And at this time, there were no videos today like there are today. No jw.org yet. Public talks were an hour long, and they still had the weekly book study at JW Homes. As a witness, I was very regular in attending meetings, although I rarely commented. I was on and off doing parts on the ministry school, and I was out in service fairly regularly. I auxiliary pioneered a few times. One year I did twice of 3 months in a row. Although one very important thing, I never had the desire to regular pioneer. I went to the Canadian branch Bethel once, and I've never been to the US one. And I never even thought it was anything special. It was just seemed like a business in a big factory. Over the years, I started to have doubts, and I'm definitely the type of person, I think that just that like attack method when you get in your face and like you're in a cult, you need to get out, like, yeah, right, like come on. If you wanted to ever get through to me, you gotta talk to me like a human being. I'd say I started to wake up around 2015. I never thought it was right that we had to avoid so many things considered apostate. If we really have the truth, then it should be able to stand up to stuff like that. We shouldn't have to avoid anything that goes against what they teach us. So I slowly started watching XJW videos starting in 2016. I watched a lot of the Lloyd Evans, John Cedars channel. And I just thought to myself that we shouldn't have to take the attitude to ignore it and, keep the blindfold on. I'd like to know the info of what they say, and then I'll be able to disprove it and know whether they're really being lying or deceptive, or whether it was actually true. Well, the more I watched these XJW videos, the more I discovered and learned. I very quickly realized that the info they were presenting is all solid, real hard facts, so no real surprises there. And they used real science. They base it on the old Watchtower publications and lots of testimonies from other former witnesses. So I'd say I was a PMO for a good couple years. I kept my mouth shut about what I was learning, though. I would rather just avoid the trouble or any suspicion. So I finally decided I wanted to fade and quietly exit. Although this was made tough and dragged out due to the fact that I used to get rides from friends to and from the meetings. So it took a little bit longer. I ended up finally deciding to leave cold turkey in December 2018. I just stopped going cold turkey. No meetings, no service, nothing. I just sent an email to an elder that I would be no longer going to the meetings and I was done, and he did email me back and set up a judicial committee, which I very purposely did not attend. I never heard back from them after that. So I would guess that I'm disassociated. And I started attending a church in 2019, and I've experienced more love, joy, and peace than I ever did as a Jehovah's Witness. Most importantly, I have never regretted my decision to exit the Jehovah's Witnesses. I only wish I had left sooner. I decided to start making videos to share my stories and to help others that are thinking about leaving and learn the real truth about the Jehovah's Witnesses. I count myself a little fortunate that my exit was made a little bit easier in that I have no family in the truth. I was always the only one. But I definitely do feel for everybody out there that has had their family shunning them. That's a very hard thing to go through. So if you want to like or share this video, please go ahead. I do plan on making more videos. And thank you for watching my first one. I hope you liked it. And I'll see you guys again soon.